All right, we're going to work on putting now, and like I stressed before about alignment. Alignment is critical because it helps you get the ball started on the right path that it needs to go to get to the target. Now with putting here, I chalked this line down here earlier, and after about 3 feet, we get a little bit too much break because it's great. On the holes out here, this was the flattest one, but after about 3 feet, I get a little bit too much break. So we have an imaginary, we don't actually have an imaginary line, we have a chalk line that tells us what that ball has to follow to get to the hole. So we're going to try to position our body parallel to that line, and we're going to make sure the face of our putter, you know, and a lot of our putters have alignment lines on them, which allow them to get positioned properly on that line. So I'm going to try to make sure that my alignment line is on line with the path of this putt, and I'm going to make sure that my hips and shoulders and body is parallel to that line. And then I'm just going to make a stroke, keeping the putter low to the ground and along that line. And when it comes to putting, there is no right or wrong way to do it. There's no one best grip. Putting is something that it's very feel oriented. So what you got to do is be comfortable. But the most effective putters have their palms together. I mean, basically their palms face each other when they make the stroke, because it makes it more of a shoulder and arm stroke and a hinge, so that it stays with the path. And then when it stays on path, the ball follows the line, goes in the hole. Okay. If the putt goes inside the path, it's got to come back from the inside. And if you don't get the face back square or closed, you're not going to keep it on the line. Okay. And if the face goes outside the line, vice versa, you're going to cut across it, and if you don't open the face up, you're not going to hit it straight. Okay, that would be those two examples. One would be a pull stroke, and the other one would be called a putt stroke. Okay, so I mean, basically, what I would like you guys to do is, again, do your alignment, visualize that line that path's going to putt, and then step up to it. Pick that line. You know, once we take this chalk line away, I want you to visualize that line or an object somewhere between the ball and the hole that ball has to roll over to go in the hole. And when you pick that, you tend to stay more stable over the putt, and putting becomes a lot easier. Okay, I don't make every putt, but you know, I putt best when I pick that line and I make sure that my alignment is good. Okay, because that keeps you from proper alignment keeps you in the stroke. Okay, I mean, you can kind of imagine the club sticking out of your sternum, okay, and it wants to move just like this. It's going to hinge, okay, and then all of a sudden you got to put your arms out, and it still makes that motion. Okay, putting, the best putters have a very solid core. They putt from their core because they don't move their core, and keeping a solid core when you do putting, it keeps you in the stroke. And even if you're a peaker and you're solid with your core, you still strike the ball solidly. Okay, so why don't you come over here, Josh, and